Hi, good afternoon all of you. Now we are going to study midpoint theorem. In the chapter quadrilateral we are discussing midpoint theorem, but it is actually about triangles. So you can start writing your notebook like this: midpoint theorem, next concept from this chapter quadrilateral. So first I will tell you what is the statement of the theorem. We have one triangle. In this triangle, we can give name for this one A, B, C. In this triangle, midpoint of AB is given P, midpoint of AC is given Q. When we are joining the line segment P and Q, PQ, you will get a line segment PQ when you are joining the midpoints, PQ. Then the theorem says, if these all informations are given, then the theorem says like this: PQ will be parallel to the third side, that is BC. This is midpoint theorem. What is given? In a triangle, any two sides, midpoints joining, that line segment will be parallel to the third side. Suppose we have one triangle like this. We are taking this is the midpoint and this is the midpoint. When you are joining the midpoints, you will get a line segment that will be parallel to the third side. Understood? Okay. This you can just try drawing any type of triangle. In any triangle, suppose you have taken like this one triangle, and these two sides you are taking. See, its midpoint is here, its midpoint is here. Measure it and mark. Then this is the line segment joining the midpoint. See, third side's parallel line you will get. Okay. This is midpoint theorem. So what midpoint theorem says? In a triangle, two sides midpoints joining, that line segment will be parallel to the third side. We need to give proof for this statement. So for writing proof, you need to write like this: consider triangle ABC, comma, P and Q are the midpoints of AB and AC respectively. Then for proof, we need to do some construction. So that is like this: draw. See, from C, you are drawing a parallel line to AB. This is the parallel line to AB. And just extend this PQ up to here and give the name as R. So you can write draw CR parallel to AB or BA. BA's parallel line is CR. Okay. Now what we need to prove? We need to prove PQ is parallel to BC. For that only we did this construction. Okay. Now see, we can take two triangles. Triangle APQ and triangle CRQ. So, in triangle APQ and triangle CRQ, APQ and CRQ. What about these two angles? If I am marking this as angle 1 and 2, how they are? See, these two are the parallel lines cut by a transversal. So, angle 1 and angle 2 you will get their alternate angles. So, you can write angle 1 equal to angle 2 alternates. And what about these angles? That means in APQ's Q and in CRQ's Q, these two angles, suppose it is angle 3 and 4, you can say angle 3 and angle 4 also equal vertically opposite angles. Angle 3 and 4 are vertically opposite angles. Then what you can say about the line segment AQ and CQ? See, AQ and CQ, they are the corresponding sides actually. Q is the midpoint, no? So AQ is equal to CQ. What is the reason? Q is midpoint given. It's midpoint of AC. So by using these three information, and two angles and its included sides are equal in these two triangles. So by using ASA criteria, these two triangles are congruent. We got by ASA criteria, two triangles we got it as congruent. Okay. Now see, these two triangles are congruent. Since they are congruent, we can write their corresponding parts are equal. AP equal to CR, AP equal to CR. So I wrote AP equal to CR by CP, CT. And you know, P is the midpoint of the line segment AB. So AP equal to CR we got from the congruent triangles. Instead of AP you can write BP because P is the midpoint of AB. So AP and BP are equal. So AP we replaced with the BP. BP equal to CR. Okay. Now see the quadrilateral BCRP. Quadrilateral BCRP. You got BP. BP is parallel to CR because according to our construction we have drawn CR is parallel to this line segment. So BP and CR are the opposite sides of this quadrilateral. We got they are parallel. Also we got they are equal also. BP equal to CR we got, and also BP parallel to CR. Okay. We have drawn like that. CR is parallel to BA. So BP parallel to CR and BP is equal to CR we got from the congruent triangles. From these two information you can say the quadrilateral BPRC or BCRP is a parallelogram. We studied in a quadrilateral any one pair of opposite sides parallel and equal, we can say that quadrilateral will be a parallelogram. Okay, so we got BCRP, we got BPRC. BPRC is a parallelogram. Since they are parallel, it's a parallelogram, we can say PR parallel to BC or PQ parallel to BC. Therefore, PQ is parallel to BC. We reached our proof. We wrote now we need to prove PQ parallel to BC. We got this is a parallelogram and these two are the parallel sides. Opposite sides are parallel if it is a parallelogram. So we can say PQ parallel to BC. Okay, so we reached PQ parallel to BC. Then see we are getting one more information from here. See, PR and BC are the opposite sides of the parallelogram. So we can say PR is equal to BC. Correct, no? And see, PQ and QR, how they are? PQ and RQ. PQ and RQ. From these congruent triangles, PQ and RQ are the corresponding parts. So we can say PQ equal to RQ. PQ and RQ are equal. So on the line PR, PQ and RQ equal means Q is the midpoint. Isn't it? So we can write PR is equal to 2 times of PQ. PR is equal to 2 times of PQ. How we wrote 2 times of PQ? Q is the midpoint, or you can write PQ equal to QR. So 2 times of PQ is equal to PR. Okay. So 2PQ is equal to BC. So PQ is equal to half of BC. So we got one more information from for the triangle ABC, and the midpoints are given P and Q. The line segment joining the midpoints is parallel to the third side of the triangle, also half of the third side. Okay. This is midpoint here. What will come? It's converse. Midpoint theorem's converse. Midpoint theorem says in a triangle, if you took any two midpoints, any two sides midpoint, join the midpoints, you will get a line segment. This line segment is parallel to this third side. Also, this line segment is half of the third side. That is midpoint theorem. I am mainly focused on parallel idea. Parallel to the third side. Then its converse will come like this. If midpoints joining, you will get the parallel sides. Suppose you are drawing a parallel line from any one midpoint of this one side. One midpoint you are taking, one midpoint only will be there for one side. So any one side you take from the triangle. From the midpoint of that side, draw a line segment parallel to the second side, any one side is parallel. So to this line is parallel I am drawing. So this is the line parallel to this side. Okay, so just extending that line. Of course that line will cross the third side of the triangle, and that crossing point will be the midpoint of the third side. That is the converse. What is? In a triangle, draw a parallel line to one side of the triangle from the midpoint of another one side. Then that parallel line will pass through the midpoint of the third side. Okay, if you are drawing from midpoint of one side, drawing a parallel line to the any one side, second side, then that line parallel to the, passing through the midpoint of the third side. Clear? That is the converse. So converse theorem, and the theorem you need to copy correctly. First theorem, midpoint theorem from the textbooks, copy the statement, and this converse also copy the statement. Proof how we did now, according to that you need to write in the notebook. That is not explained in our textbook, but you need to write the proof. Okay, so that much only for today. Tomorrow we can do the problems from these previous exercise. Also some problems are remaining now, that we can do, and midpoint theorem based questions also we can do in the next class. Okay then, bye. Thank you.